What's up? Evan from Stock Music Musician, and today I want to share what happens if you don't upload any music for a year for stock music licensing. Well, that's the situation I've been in for this entire year. I've maybe uploaded 1 or 2 songs to Pond5, and I want to explain why, and I want to tell you what happened. But let me cut to the chase. I didn't upload more than 2 or 3 songs this year to any music licensing sites, and I've still managed to earn probably somewhere in the ballpark of $1,000, $800 to $1,000. I didn't do all the math because there's a lot of little math to do. But despite not having done any work, maybe 10 hours of work total, I still managed to make a pretty good amount of money off of songs that I wrote and recorded years ago that are still paying me. But why haven't I been doing it more? Why haven't I continued to upload at a fun pace? Well, it's not because I've been busy getting haircuts, because that's clearly not what's going on. The long and short of it would be 2020 has been the worst year ever for all sorts of reasons. And partly because I've just been interested in, I proved to myself that music licensing could work. I've been trying to do a few other things this year, and I'll get into both of those. But if you are interested in learning how to do music licensing and how you can start building something right now with your music that will allow you to continue to earn hundreds of dollars every year or more, even without continuing to do additional work, I've got a free 5-day crash course on music licensing, how you can get started licensing your music, and all sorts of fun stuff like that. How you can get your music on, TV, radio, Netflix, documentaries, cool stuff like that. And the basics are all in this free course. Click the link down below to get started. 5 days, you'll know everything you need to start. So, I don't know about you, but I have found 2020 to be an exceptionally challenging year. Leave a comment down below about what your biggest struggle has been with for 2020. For me, I think I could point to 3 big things. Just obviously COVID, everything being shut down. That has been huge, both because my girlfriend and I have been in a small space, and you can't just make loud music whenever you want when you're sharing that much space. She's studying for the bar exam, so I especially can't be loud. But also just it sucks. The world sucks, and that's not a super inspiring place to be making music from. The corollary of that is that I really do genuinely enjoy music. Making music is my happy place, and so I've recorded an album just purely for me. That's I'm probably not going to release for licensing purposes. It's just music that I want to make for myself, music that I enjoy. And so that has taken up some time to just make that album. And sort of similar to that, actually, well before Corona started, but January, February, and March, my band was writing and recording an album, which got to a great spot. We were really happy with it. But we were in the studio in mid-March and being this seems like a pretty serious thing. And so we never got to finish the album because literally everything shut down the following week. And we don't really feel like being, in a small studio. So that's the good and the bad of I haven't felt compelled to make music just to make music for music licensing. And I felt much more, and I don't want to make noise. And then on the opposite hand, I have felt more compelled to make music that is emotionally resonant for me. Second reason I haven't been making a ton of music for music licensing this year is because I moved. If you notice, I'm in a different place than I was before. It took a long time to move. It was a disaster, in keeping with the 2020 trend. And I'm still getting my studio set up. I was tearing it down before. And so that just, so yeah, moving sucks. There's a lot of work to do, not just in setting up the studio, obviously. So that's been a thing. And then, a dear friend of mine died tragically, really tragically, not of COVID, but just in a really bad way, and that sort of has bummed me out. And so I've been fortunate enough to keep my job and have a secure job, and like haven't felt the need to push through and keep making just stock music, so I just haven't been doing it. But because I set up systems in advance, over the past 5 years, I'm still continuing to get paid for my songs, even despite not having to do much work this year. It's not that I've given up on stock music at all. I think definitely I can see coming back into it hopefully in the next couple months, once the bar is over, once I'm all moved in, once I get these other projects finished up. And for now, I'm kind of just grateful to have had started already, and to have like developed the skills that I developed while I was making the music for stock music, because these they have made making my other songs so much easier, both producing and now as I start getting into the mixing stage of the album that I'm making, just for myself. Like I'm starting at a place of a very skilled producer, so I'm also grateful for that. And obviously I'll keep you guys posted as things go on, but I just kind of wanted to take the time to share with you both what happens if you don't upload music. Yes, things have definitely gone down, my sales. It's, music licensing, these stock music sites are like machines that like to constantly be fed content, and if you're not doing it, it will slow down, but it does not die off. And also, who knows how much it really died down, and how much is just the impact of a recession in the economy. Maybe people just aren't buying as much stock music. Maybe it's not that I'm not uploading more. So, I wanted to both A, say that things don't die off. B, I wanted to encourage you to start doing stock music licensing now. If you ever have any free time, it's the thing to do, because it will continue to pay you out, even in those times when you can't make music or you don't want to make music. So there's no time like the present. And to just say, like, if you're struggling with stuff, I understand, I get it. This is a hard and awful year, and I support you. Let me know down below what you're struggling with, and maybe I can find a way to help you. And also be sure to go check out that free 5-day course if you haven't, so you can figure out how to start licensing your music and start getting paid through 2025 and longer.